Hey everyone, it's B. Avery here, and I want to thank you so much for tuning in to another episode of Just My Opinion. In this episode, we are going to be covering the box office, another box office rundown, breakdown, focusing on Shazam. That is a new release. As far as new releases are concerned, we do have 3 new releases hitting theaters this weekend. First, we have Shazam. We also have Pet Sematary and The Best of Enemies. Of course, Shazam is a comic book adaptation from DC. Pet Sematary is a remake of the 1989 film, also based on the novel by Stephen King. And The Best of Enemies stars Miss Taraji P. Henson. Now, out of these 3 films, I have seen 2 of them, Shazam and Pet Sematary. Those reviews are on my channel. Please subscribe and go check them out. But after you watch this, I haven't seen The Best of Enemies yet, but I do plan on seeing it, as well as, you know, How to Hit Your Dragon 3, and those reviews are coming soon. But let's go ahead and see what the number 1 at the box office is. Pretty much you already know what it is, and that is Shazam, bringing in $56 million, $56,775,000. Again, I want to say that this is the estimated number. The actual numbers come out tomorrow. I'm filming this on Sunday, but the estimated numbers are usually about 98-99% accurate, but you know, we're just going to roll with it. So Shazam, the 7th film in the DC Extended Universe, the DCEU for Warner Brothers, is bringing in $56,775,000 domestically. Now, it was projected early on to make around $40 million, but all the reviews and the hype and the buzz, positive word of mouth, the studios raised those projections to about $55 million. So it's coming in right up under that, but we'll see, right above that. So we'll see tomorrow when the actual numbers come out, but this is pretty close. So Shazam is doing well. Internationally, it brought in $102 million. So right now, worldwide, Shazam is looking at $158 million, $158,775,000 worldwide. Now, as far it did open day and dates worldwide for the most part, except for one country. Well, it opened in the Netherlands on March 25th. Every other territory that is going to open it opened this past Thursday or Friday, April 4th or the 5th. Only country it has not opened in is Japan. It will be opening in Japan on April the 9th. And Japan isn't the biggest, you know, one of the biggest territories, but you know, it can get a nice pretty penny, you know, every once in a while, especially with a superhero adaptation film. Now, the production budget for Shazam was $100 million. So you know how we do it over here, the rule of 3. A film needs to make at least 3 times its production budget at the worldwide box office for the studios to say they pretty much had a respectable profit. It's not a 100% guarantee. But you know, that's the nice average of going in, because the theater owners / theaters, they do get a cut of the box office worldwide sales. You know, there's just nowhere around that. It averages around 33%, or a third of the box office sales goes to them. And then you subtract your production budget, and then you subtract your marketing budget. Now, the marketing, I tried to look it up. I couldn't find it. I'm just going to guess it's probably another $100 million. Usually they don't spend that much more than the production budget. They can spend more, they can spend less. Example, Wrinkle in Time came out last year. The production budget was $103 million. The marketing budget was an additional $125. So that's just kind of how that works. So with the production budget of Shazam being at $100 million, I would say at the very least, this film needs to make $300 million worldwide, you know, for the studios to be like, okay, we, you know, probably made a profit here. We definitely broke even. And I think it's going to do that. $56 million is not bad. We got 3 more releases coming out next week with Hellboy, Little. I have seen Little. The embargo doesn't lift until the day of the release, film release, and also The Missing Link. So it's not that much competition, but it is a little bit. So we're going to have to see what the drop off is for Shazam next week. We can't say that it's a guarantee that it will make, you know, its budget back, but I'm pretty confident it is. It has a cinema score of A. which is pretty decent, you know. So the word of mouth is good, and I believe right now it's at a 91% on Rotten Tomatoes. So Shazam is not doing too shabby, coming in at #1 for the box office weekend. Now let's go ahead and look at the top 5. Of course, I just said we have Shazam. Wait. You know, it's funny. I'm looking at Box Office Mojo right now. On one part of the site, it says that the domestic total for Shazam is 56 million. But at another point, it says that it's $53 million. So, you know, what's up with that? But anyway, sorry for the interruption, guys. But Shazam, 53 or 56 million, who the hell knows? Pet Sematary, new release, coming in at #2, bringing in $25 million. Like I said, first week of release, it is in 3,500 theaters, 3,585 theaters, 25 million. Pet Sematary coming in at #2. Coming in at #3, Disney film is Dumbo, a remake of the 1941 cartoon, bringing in another $18,224,000. Right now, it's still in 4,259 theaters. It had a 60% drop, which is not good because it didn't make that much its first weekend. And then it has a 60% drop, so things are not looking too good for Dumbo, but we're going to come back to that. It is in the second week of release. Writer-director Jordan Peele is coming in at #4 at $13 million, $13,813,000. It had a 58% drop, but this film was in profit land during its first weekend. Right now, it is still in 3,512 theaters. It lost 231, but that's okay. It's in its third week of release. And coming in at #5 for the top 5 is Captain Marvel, still chugging away, bringing in another $12 million, $12,682,000. Right now, it is in 3,573 theaters. It is in its 5th week of release. It went down in theater count 412 theaters from last week, only dropping 38%. Now, The Best of Enemies is coming in at #6. You don't see it right now on the screen because it's not in the top 5. It brought in $4.5 million first week of release, but we will get to that in just 1 second. But let's go to Pet Sematary real quick. So domestically, it brought in $25 million. Worldwide, it is looking at $42 million right now, $42,300,000. Paramount Film, I saw, like I said, the cinema score for Pet Sematary, is a C+, which is horrible. That is not good at all for a cinema score. So it may drop down a lot next week. Now, the budget for this film was $21 million. So it needs to make at least, $63 million, for them to get a good profit. It's not the best movie in the world, but hey, if you like horror movies, if you like creepy movies, I think it's worth your time. Let's look at Dumbo real quick. Dumbo worldwide is looking at $213 million. This is not good, Mr. Dumbo. This is not good. I don't want to call it too quick, but I think this is going to be a stinker for Disney as far as making money is concerned, because it needs to make $510 million worldwide, and I just don't think it's going to do that. I just don't. I don't even think this film is going to reach $100 million domestically. It might, but if it don't do something by the time Avengers Endgame comes out, and you got releases coming out each week after that, I don't know. But Dumbo right now, yeah, $213 million worldwide. Us right now, Mr. Jordan Peele and his camp. Right now, domestically, the film is at $152,395,995. That's great. Worldwide, it is at $216 million off of a $20 million production budget. Cheap films are the way to go, or cheaply made. Well, I think you know what I'm not. I think you guys understand what I am trying to say. Now I want to look at what Get Out made worldwide. Just real quick. Thank you for your patience. So Get Out worldwide brought in $255 million, and right now us is at 216. So It's right there. It may surpass it. Now let's look at number 5 real quick. Captain Marvel has reached a new milestone. Congratulations. The film right now is in this, this 5th week of release. Yeah, Captain Marvel's in its 5th week of release. Right now, it is at $374 million domestically, $133,563, bringing it to a worldwide total, guys. It is now in the $1 billion club, woo 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 woo, at $1,037,633,563. So Marvel and Disney and everybody is happy. It's I would be happy too if I was part of that payroll. But big ups to Captain Marvel. It's a great film. Not the best film in the world, but a great film. Now I'm gonna come back to Captain Marvel in just a second. The Best of Enemies is at $4.5 million. Budget was $10 million. So I don't know. Let me look and see if this is gonna have a worldwide release. I doubt it, because this has to do with KKK. It's one of them not racist movies, my fault. Movie about racism that makes like white people feel good about it. Not all white people. Meaning like, oh, everything is okay. Mind you, I said not all white people, because I'm pretty sure somebody's gonna be like, wait, what do you mean, Brandon? What are you talking about? What am I looking at here? I'm sorry, guys. Yeah, so I think this is gonna have a United States release. So it has some work to do. Now, one of my subscribers, or I'm assuming she's a subscriber, or he commented last week about how the production budget works. So the production budget is split amongst, it pays for everything, every single cost of the film except for the marketing, everything, including the actors and actresses' salary. So, and it's also split between everybody in the ending credits. Every movie has credits at the end. The production budget is split amongst all those people, not evenly. So if you have hundreds and hundreds of people there, and sometimes thousands, and the budget is $10 million, you can imagine how much an actor or actress or somebody's getting paid. If they're talking about, hey, I deserve a $20 million paycheck, but every film they've done, the production budget was no more than 10 or 20 million. It's like, okay, you've never gotten paid that much money before. Yeah, I mean, that's just a way to look at it, or whatever. I hope you guys can read between the lines. But I haven't seen The Best of Enemies. I do plan on seeing it pretty soon. But yeah, I can't say if it's good or not because I haven't seen the movie. But let's go back to Captain Marvel, since it is now in the $1 billion club in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. As far as the MCU domestic, it is number 8. I believe it was number 8 last week, but of course it's moved up. $374 million. Guardians of the Galaxy is number 7 at $389. Now, I do feel that it will surpass Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, only because the film will get a boost when Avengers Endgame does come out. People are going to be super hype. Oh man, I want more. Okay, Captain Marvel's in theaters. Let me go check that out. I haven't seen it, or let me see it again. Or damn, Captain Marvel was kicking a lot of ass in Endgame. Let me see her origin story. So it's going to get a boost. I think it will surpass Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 domestically. I'm not sure about Captain America Civil War at number 6 MCU domestic at $408 million. And worldwide, Captain Marvel is number 6. So the MCU, out of 21 films, including Spider-Man Homecoming, Sony, because I'm saying MCU. Is that even on here? Yeah, it is. Yeah, okay. Out of the 21 films so far, Marvel Disney has 7 films in the $1 billion club. And Captain Marvel is now one of them at $1,037 million. So that's just freaking fantastic, guys. So, big ups to them. Always remember the rule of 3. And just real quick, guys, let's just recap real quick and go down the top 10 instead of just the top 5, but just the top 10. Coming in at number 1 is Shazam at $53 million. Pet Sematary number 2 at $25 million. Dumbo number 3 at bringing in another $18 million. Us at number 4, bringing in another 13 million. Captain Marvel number 5, bringing in 12 million. Best of Enemies, a new release, number 6 at 4.5 million. Number 7, 5 Feet Apart, they still chucking away at 3.7 million. Number 8 is Unplanned at 3.2 million. Number 9 is Wonder Park at 2,040,000. And number 10, How to Train Your Dragon: The Hidden World, How to Train Your Dragon 3, bringing in another $1.9 million. And yeah, that film is making money too. It's at $508 million worldwide. And just real quick, I just want to touch base on one other film real quick. And that is, where is it at? Alita Battle Angel. It's coming up to the end of its theatrical run. It was a large release. Right now worldwide it is at $401 million. Now, I think that this film is either breaking even or losing just a little bit of money. Well, actually millions of dollars. That's not a little bit of money. But 170 times 3, which is the production budget, is 510. So it's not going to reach that. It's at 401. So let's just do this real quick. 401 times 0.33. That's 132. We're going to round up to 133. So 401 minus 133 million, 401 million, 133 million. 100 out of the $401 million that it's made so far worldwide, about 133 million is going to go to the theater/theater owners. So you do that math, you have 268 million left. Then you subtract the production budget, which is 170 million. So 268 minus 170, you have $98 million left. Now you could be like, Brandon, oh, they profited $98 million. No, because the film had a marketing cost too. So if the film cost $100 million to market, 98 minus 100, the film probably lost $2 million. I don't know what the marketing is. I don't know. What if it was I doubt it was 200 million, but the marketing could have been another 150, 120, 150 million. I don't know, but there is a marketing cost. But anyway, guys, that is just my opinion for the box office rundown for Shazam and Captain Marvel hitting 1 billion. What did you think? Did these numbers hit your expectations? Did they fall below, high? Let me know down in the comment section below. Let's get this conversation going and keep it flowing. If you like this video, go ahead and give me that thumbs up. If you don't, that's fine, but you can still subscribe to my channel. Please go ahead and subscribe, share this video, help me reach 10,000 subscribers. I would really appreciate it. You can also look me up on social media, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. All that good stuff is right there at the bottom of your screen, and I made it very easy by providing a link to all that down in the description box below. But guys, I just want to thank you again for tuning in to my opinion/review/reaction for these box office numbers. And before you go, don't forget that my name is Brandon Keith Avery, and that's just my opinion. Peace.